Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Garcia and this is Graceful Growth. So I know I haven't been on here for a really long time and I'm going to tell you why. I had mono, which if you don't know what mono is, it's a virus caused by the Epstein-Barr virus. And 90% of the population are actually immune to mono or immune to this virus by the time that they are adults. So either you were a little kid and you were exposed to mono and you got a really mild case and thought it was a cold, or you were exposed during peak time and you were one of those unfortunate teenagers that missed a month of school because you had mono, or you became an adult and got a really mild case and became immune. So it's not actually that common to get mono as an adult, but for me, I did, and it was horrible. So I was completely unable to do anything. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't leave my bed. I couldn't drive myself places. It was really bad. But through this, I actually learned a lot. So I wanted to share with you what I learned because I think it's really valuable with everything we go through in life, whether it be something good or something really challenging, that we try to see what we can learn and apply to the rest of our life. So the first thing I learned was to really appreciate my health. So I think if you are a healthy person, you start to take advantage of the fact that if you can get out of bed every day and not have pain in your body, and if you can move freely, that is such a gift that not everyone has. And it's easy to get caught up on things like, well, I don't have as much money as someone else, or I don't look the same as someone else, or I don't have as many social media followers, or I wish I had a better job. But if we can just focus on the fact that we got up and we didn't have pain in our body and we were able to get up and move about our day and be there for our kids, that is a huge blessing. And we should focus on being thankful for the things that we have. And that's one thing that I normally have and I don't always appreciate the way I should. So, number one, appreciate your health. If you have it, it is a blessing. The second thing I learned was the importance of having a community or having your people. So for me, my husband was hugely important in helping out. So he took care of the house and the kids by himself, and he cooked and, fed the children and made sure that everything ran smoothly because I was useless. So that was really helpful. But my mom drove up and drove me to the doctor. My friend took my kids for the day on a weekend. One of the ladies at my kids' school drove my kids home a few days. So being sick and not being able to do the things that I normally did, I really appreciated my community. And if you don't have a community of people that you can rely on, if you're healthy, now is the time to really start building a community. So reach out to your neighbors and your friends. And if you're a mom, reach out to other moms and see if, you could swap childcare duties for a day or swap childcare, on the weekends or have play dates, because the more you build a community, when you need a community, they're there for you. The third thing I learned is that my kids cannot do chores. And this is not anything against my kids. This is solely on me. I have not taught my kids to do chores correctly. So while I was sick, I was laying in bed and I'd ask them to do something and they would do it to their standards, which are very different than my standards. So it was a huge wake up call for me. My kids are 5 and 13. So I'm not talking about toddlers that you have to run after and pick up after. I am talking about children that are more than capable of tidying their rooms, picking things up off the floor, hanging up and putting away their clothes, that kind of thing. So I would ask them to do something and they would not put the cleaning supplies away or unload half the dishwasher, just enough so that the dirty dishes would fit on top of the clean dishes, that kind of thing. So it was a wake-up call for me that I'm doing too much in the way of coddling my children and not being a good teacher and role model and teaching them the skills that they will need very, very soon. My 13-year-old will be graduating in 4.5 years. She needs to know how to clean up after herself because if she's staying in a dorm room, she's not going to have me running around making her bed and putting this dishpan, dishes away for her, or the dustpan and the broom away for her after she's tidied. So I need to make sure that she has those skills. And the same thing with my son. He has to have the skills to clean up after himself. Fourth, I learned the importance of having a plan. So financially, I was out of work. I did not get paid for the time I missed work. And so that was a wake up call. It's super important. This is why it's important to have an emergency savings account. So if you don't have money in a savings account, see what you can do about setting money aside a little bit every month and just building an emergency account that you don't touch. So if something were to happen, you have those funds available, and also having a physical backup plan. What do you do if you can't get dinner on the table? What is the best, closest, healthiest takeout place or delivery place near you? Who are the 1 to 2 people you can call if you need help with getting kids places, or if you need someone to come over and help you out? Who are those backup people? Going back to a community, build your community, and then have a plan so that if something were to go wrong, that you know what to do. And finally, I learned the importance of taking care of others. I know in my life that I have friends and family that may not be in as good of health as I normally am and may need assistance from time to time just because they're dealing with being exhausted or dealing with symptoms or having some sort of health complication. And so because I was so reliant on other people to take care of me, it made me realize how important it is that I'm taking care of others in my community. So it was just a wake up call, and I think we should all be very aware if there are other moms in our circle that might be dealing with health issues. See what you can do. Can you bring them dinner one night? Can you offer to drive their kids home from school? Is there anything that you as a healthy person can do to be a support and to be a help to them? And I know that's something that I'm really going to start focusing on, and I hope you do too. So that has been my last couple of weeks. I'm thankfully back to normal. I'm finally back in my routine. I'm healthy enough that I can get up early and do yoga again, and I'm just feeling a lot better, alive. I'm celebrating the fact that I am recovered. So thank you so much for joining me here on Graceful Growth, and I will see you soon. Bye.